I'm gonna start the meeting. Okay, good. The meeting is being recorded and is being recorded for the benefit of Coldwell Banker George Realty top professionals. The agents at Coldwell Banker George Realty are the best trained agents in the San Gabriel Valley. We pride ourselves on making sure that we stay on top of whatever is new, all the new technology, but at the same time, it is work. And a lot of people think that real estate is just technology, and some people will try to sell you leads and they're going to try to sell you all kinds of crazy things. And this business is very simple. This business is about working with a discipline, working every single day in this business. I know that we picked this business, including me, and I speak for myself. Remember, these are just my opinions. And sometimes I get off track just because I want to make sure that everybody's paying attention and everybody's not falling asleep. But this business is about talking to people and helping people. The majority of the business is done with people that you know, people that are friends, family, neighbors, ex-co-workers, ex-boyfriends, ex-girlfriends. Anybody that is in your circle of friends and family is where you would do the majority of your business. You stay in touch with them. This class is about staying in touch with them and making sure that they remember. Just because you tell somebody that you're in real estate, they forget. I mean, you met somebody maybe a month ago or 2 months ago and you say, what kind of business were they in? Are they in, flower shop business, or were they in, wedding planning business? I have no idea. And you forget what people do. So until you need that type of service, you go to the yellow pages and you forget that some of your friends are plumbers or carpenters or painters or artists or photographers or things of that nature, and you don't call them. And you go to Google and you Google, babysitting service near to me, and you just sign up with the first one that has a, 5 positive reports or, likes or dislikes. You go to Instagram and whatever. But in real estate, it's is that people blinking me? There's 8 of us, so I'm gonna go and share my screen, and everybody that is on the class today will get a copy of the pamphlet. Okay, this one it's called Welcome to Success Track. And what it means by success track is if you do not track your business, then your business, you will not know where the business is coming from, and you will not be able to get more of it, okay? Or get any of it if you don't track it. If you're doing certain things over and over and over and you're not getting results, you need to change what you're doing. You need to change your approach. You need to change, if you're making phone calls, maybe letters, maybe you gotta go to Facebook and go and write Instagram pictures of beautiful houses or beautiful buildings and remind people that you're in the real estate business. So I am going to share my screen. So let me go to do that, share the screen. I am going to go to, I believe is this one. And then let me go to page number 1. I hope that everybody's seeing it. This is as big as I can get the letters. I was reviewing, of course, so I got to go to the beginning, right? This is Coldwell Banker. Welcome to Success Track, 30 Days to Success. This is an activity guide. This is something that you would need to do, okay? So this one, it has 5 objectives. One of them is to help you in getting your income goal. And one of the things is, how much money do I want to make? Okay, so you can go and work part-time. You can go and work for, 15 bucks an hour, 17 bucks an hour, 20 bucks an hour. You multiply that by 40, multiply that by 52, and that will be your yearly pay. But I know that you guys got into this business because you didn't want to have a 9-to-5 job, and then you didn't want nobody to tell you what to do. And some of you are going to say, oh, Cesar, I don't need you to tell me what to do. I know, but I'm just reminding you. You are an independent contractor. You joined this business because you don't want somebody, you want to control your time, and you don't want somebody to tell you what to do. You know better. I know better than anybody else, so I'm going to figure it out on my own. Okay, I'm just offering my help. I've been in this business since 1981. I got my license at the same time that I got my green card. I came to this country with, less than $500 in my pocket with a wife. I was only 20 years old. And I believe that now I'm very successful. I enjoy the American dream. I bought my first house 4 years after I came to the United States. I still own the house. I pay $69,000 for the house, and it's probably worth $700,000 or $800,000 today. I have no idea. I don't live in that house. That's just my first penny that I earned in the United States. I will never sell that house. But that house has given me more houses. I have bought and sold real estate for my own. I have apartments that I collect rent. The rent is going up. The property values are going up. I was a very successful real estate agent, listing agent. Over 75% of my time was devoted to listing rather than selling and working with buyers. So I think I speak a little bit from experience, okay? I door knock, I cry when people say no to me. I cold call and I cry when I didn't get anything on that day. I open escrows and they fall out of escrow. The people didn't qualify. The seller changed their mind. The buyer changed their mind. So I have walked every single step of the way of this business. I became a manager very early in my career because I thought I was gonna open up my own shop. I became a broker in 1990, no, 80 some, 86 or 80, and then I became a manager in 1992. I only lasted 1 year as a manager, and it's because when I found out there was less money to be made being a manager than being a salesperson. So I changed again. I went back to being a salesperson, and I was doing the business then. 90%, my deals are 9 transactions were there were listings. 1 transaction was a buyer. So I very seldom work with buyers because I put all my time looking for sellers. So this class will help you on how to attain your income goal, how to build a book of business, meaning that you can call people and say, hi, you sold your home 5 years ago, and I want to make sure that you stay in this business. 1 client is worth maybe 3 transactions in your real estate life if you plan to stay as long as I've been in this business. So it's already almost over 35 years that I've been in this business. We will teach you hard-hitting, effective prospecting success, provide daily guidance. So this is a daily work. You need to work every day. Otherwise, this business is not going to provide the amount of money that you're looking at it, okay? And then delivering a compelling listing presentation. Talk to the sellers and explain them why they need you and why they need you to walk on the listing side of the transaction, okay? So this success track guide will give you how to build that book of business, have names, addresses, phone numbers, emails, and how to market to those people, how to market yourself to those people. And of course, when this class was designed, the artificial intelligence had not been built, okay? So now, using the tools of Coldwell Banker, you can decide, oh, Cesar is asking me to call these people. Well, maybe I'm going to email them, or maybe now I'm going to just text them. Instead of calling and giving them a whole stuff of this, every month I'm just going to send a 1 text to everybody in my database and say, hey, just reminding you, I'm in the real estate business. If someone you know is thinking about buying or selling, call me. And you do that on your text. People don't get upset. They'll get the text from you. They either delete it or they will answer back or they will ignore you. So what if they ignore you? Next month, you do the same thing, okay? So people are responding to text, and that's where you're gonna have to move your business to. This one is over the phone, right? So you're getting a copy of all of this. I hope that you pay attention. Everybody in the training will get it, but I want you to learn the skills of being a good salesperson, right? So you do exactly what we tell you to do, when we tell you to do it, exactly the way we tell you to do it, every time we tell you to do it, and you will be successful in a career in real estate. I know some of you says, no, I'm gonna do it my way. Frank Sinatra has a song, I did it my way. So he did it his way. I know you're gonna do it your way, but I'm just gonna give you some advice. If you wanna take it, good. If you wanna take just a couple of pieces, if you get one idea of today's class, I would consider myself that I did a terrific job. So for those of you that are new to the Coldwell Banker Company, welcome to Coldwell Banker George Realty. For those of you that have been with the company 5, 10, 20 years, welcome again to the second half of Coldwell Banker. Let's imagine that the pandemic was the end of the world, and now everybody after June 15, you get permission from the governor of California to go back to business. He's opening up all the business. Even Disneyland is being open to foreigners, right? So with this one, you're gonna be making 5 to 10 contacts per day in each area of prospecting. So there are prospecting, cold calling. You can prospect expired listing. You can prospect friends, family, neighbors. So you're gonna do between 5 and 10 contacts per day of each area that you decide to work in. And it says here, work for 3 days per week. I would say work 4 or 5 days per week. If you have no business, work every day, you know, 5.5 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Oh, Cesar, on Wednesday, I go play with the girls, or I have a cigar meeting. Well, don't work on Wednesday and work on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You pick the days, but when you pick your days, make sure that you work, you know, your hours. You can do for sale by owners on Mondays. The reason why they're telling you do for sale by owners on Mondays is because they do open houses. They think that they know what to do, and they do open house, and they get frustrated because they didn't sell their home. Okay, expired listings, right? The moment that they become an expired listing, you go ahead and call them and say, hi, your home came up as an expired listing in my MLS. I was wondering, when do you plan on interviewing another agent for the job of getting your property sold? You know, so there's scripts that you can use, and you can call the expired listings. Also, they call it cold calling. You know, it sounds awful, but just picking up the phone and dialing people. Warm calling is better because you're calling people that is in your database, right? So one of the things that you're going to learn is to create a database. And there are some forms, some papers in here that you can make photocopies and write the names of the people. When did you call them? And you send them thank you notes, right? So the keys for getting big results is you need to know who you're going to be calling and when. A lot of people say, Cesar, when should I call? Should I call at 6:30 p.m. as they tell you here, between 4:30 and 6:30? Yeah, that has been the norm. People used to arrive from work between those times. In today's society, half of the people don't work. The other half of the people have crazy hours. So whenever you feel that is you are at your best, early in the morning or 10 a.m. or 12 a.m., when you set up a time that it's going to be sacred time, nobody's going to bother you. Not your husband, not your wife, not your boyfriend, not your mother, nobody, your brother, your sister. They're not going to call you from friends that came over from Taiwan and visiting. Nothing. You just have that time, and that's money time, right? So if you work those hours, 2 hours a day, soliciting business from friends, family, neighbors, everybody, you will be successful. So here they say from 4:30 to 6:30. You pick your time. You are your own boss. So cross it out and say, I am going to call from 9 a.m. to 11. I am going to call from, 12 noon to 2 p.m. I am going to call from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's up to you. I don't care. All righty. Now, you need to know why you're calling, right? Why are you calling? Are you calling just because Cesar says so? No, you're calling because you have no escrows. Technically, that's the reason. You're calling because you don't have a buyer. You're calling because you need to make $10,000 between now and the end of the month so you can pay for your car, you can pay for your house, you can pay for your next vacation, you can pay for your, Hawaii, your college fund for your kids, whatever it is that makes you work. If you don't need the money, don't be in real estate, right? If you want to be just an investor of real estate, hire a real estate agent and tell, hey, I'm looking for this type of property. Hire 5 agents you can hire and say, I'm looking for properties in Alhambra. Every time a property in Alhambra comes for sale, you call me. And that's it. Let them make some money, and they're probably going to give you the best deals possible. Okay, so you need to know, why are you calling? I am calling because this way I am going to get a buyer. I am calling because I'm going to set appointments. I am calling because on Sunday I'm going to go showing property, right? And then know how many to call. I am going to be calling 10 people. After 10 people, I'm out. I go to the beach. I'm out. I'm going to go and sit down at Starbucks and have my cup of coffee, right? So don't burn yourself out. You know, today could be a good day. Tomorrow could be a bad day. So next, and you continue. The next day, you do your 10 calls. Don't say, oh, I didn't call anybody on Monday. Oh, I didn't call anybody on Tuesday. I didn't call anybody on Wednesday. And then on Friday, you start calling. You're not going to be effective, okay? Know how to call, right? So you need to know your own personal style. Yes, sometimes we sound salesly, right? We are salespeople. I'm looking for business. Or they're going to think that I am hungry, that I don't have a penny in my pocket. Know how to call. You can call and have a conversation. Hey, Peter, I was just calling because I wanted to know how you doing through the pandemic. Anybody? Oh yeah, my sister got COVID and my brother, but they already okay. Or my grandma passed away in New York. They had it in a convalescent. Oh my God, whatever conversation. And you can always say, by the way, I was calling also to remind you that I'm in the real estate business. I was wondering, who do you know? Can you give me a referral from a friend? You could always say, how about you? When do you guys are thinking about moving? Are you planning? Are you renting? Are you owning? Do you want to invest some money in real estate? Oh, no, Cesar, no problem. All righty. Can I put you in my social? Can I put you on my Facebook? Can I make you an Instagram follower? Whatever happens to be the call. Can I call you from time to time? And they're going to say, sure, no problem. Call me. Okay, bye-bye. Have a wonderful weekend. Boom. And you hang up. Okay, so it's a conversation with people. This book has a whole bunch of things, you know, putting it all together, building your book of business, overcoming objections. People are going to tell you no. And some of them are just objections. And the other ones are people are going to say, I'm not ready yet. So you need to dig a little deeper, okay? This one also teaches you floor time. Coldwell Banker George Realty is still one of the companies that advertises in the Chinese paper. We advertise in the LA Times. We do have signs with our phone number, with our general phone number in it. And so there are phone calls from people that call in and say, hi, I was driving on Garfield and I saw the property, the yellow house, and then you can answer. There are opportunities at Coldwell Banker George Realty. And when you answer that, you can convert those people on floor time and they become your customers, right? So I would encourage people that haven't done floor time. Our offices are going to be fully open on June 15. We've been working through the pandemics and there's people here, there's people in Arcadia, there's people in Puente that go to the office every single day. Nothing wrong other than wearing your mask, washing your hands and keeping the distance, you know, protecting yourselves from this stupid coronavirus, right? So the book talks about commitment to excellence, right? We want you to be the best you can be, right? Develop working habits, productivity habits, right? You are a company within a company. So if you are a donut shop, you need to know how many pounds of flour, how many pounds of sugar are you going to need to make the donuts? I don't even know if donuts have sugar, but that's what you need to do. How many gallons of oil you need to be burning to make donuts and sell donuts? If you have a sewing business and you're going to do baseball caps, well, you need to know how many baseball caps you can do with a yard of material, right? Whatever. So you need to know how many phone calls you need to do. So in a 30-day period, you can keep track. I did 20 calls. I did one open house. I showed 20 houses and I got one. All righty. So now if you show 20 houses and you get one, 20 could be your average, right? Maybe the next month you have to do 40. Oh my God, I did 40 to do one deal. So you add the 20 plus the 40, that's 60, and then divide it by 2. And that means your average is 30 contacts for one deal. Right? So that's how you're doing it. And then you, of course, you're going to do it through the year and say, oh, this year I only made $50,000. Or this year I made $500,000. If I double what I'm doing, I can get to $1 million. Or maybe so. Or maybe you just need to increase 10% or 20% in your business and become more effective. So keeping track of your data is what is going to happen. So whether you're a rookie or whether you're a seasoned veteran, the next 30 days can make a big deal on your real estate career, right? Get a surcharge on your career. So this one will tell you that make 5 contacts a day, 3 days a week. Oh, I'm repeating this page, I guess. You know, Mondays for open houses, expires whenever happen. There we go. So this one is a 30-day. On week number 1, you're going to be calling for sales by owners, right? Where do I find for sale by owners? You can go to forsalebyowner.com. You can go to Zillow, right? And there are keys on Zillow where the sellers or property owners, I must say, would be putting, give me an offer. Those people are semi for sale by owners, okay? They're hoping that somebody will write them an offer. You can call them and offer your services, okay? Of course, they're gonna tell you, why do I need you if I have the entire internet and people are calling me? They, believe me, they need you. The National Association of Realtors said that in a couple of years ago, 85% of the transactions were done by real estate agent. Now more than 90, I think it's 92% are using a real estate agent for the transaction. So think about it, right? The internet is not killing the newspapers. The internet is not killing any real estate agents, okay? The internet is helping us if we embrace it and use it, right? Of course, here it tells you put them on a 3x5 index card. This is the simpler way. I know that some people over here have a book of contacts. People use Google. People use all kinds of data. They use your phone and put all your contacts on the phone or on a tablet or on a computer, right? So just want to make sure that you keep the day of the for sale by owner ad. When did you get it? You call the title company and you can find it on the internet. Who's the owner? You might be able to go to the whitepages.com and find a phone number, sometimes the title company. So become a very good friend with one of the title reps that you meet on our sales meetings. They're all wonderful. They're all gonna help you. Pick whoever you feel comfortable with, right? Some of them are more pushy. Some of them are gonna help you in your business because they're also hungry for more business. So they're gonna be after you. How can I help you? What can I give you? So you tell them, give me telephone number so I can call, right? On this one, they ask you that when you do the for sale by owners, you call them between 6:30 and 8 p.m. They're tired on Monday. They didn't do a good job on the weekend. They thought they were gonna sell their home on the weekend. And so call the for sale by owners on Monday. On Tuesday, you gotta send thank you cards, right? Thank you notes. Go to Pick and Save or whatever it's called now, Big Lots, a dollar store, and get the cheap ones. White ones work fine, and you can just send a little handwritten note. Goes a long way, believe me, right? The same thing on Tuesday, you're looking for expired listings and you make a couple of contacts on the expired listing. Of course, you're gonna tell me, Cesar, you're crazy. There's no expired listings because the market is hot. I understand that, but you're not just gonna be in the market and the real estate business just this year. Remember, next year is gonna get worse, upside down, all around, or it's gonna continue growing. We don't know what the real estate market will do tomorrow. We don't do what the real estate market will do. We can only find out what the market did in the past. And for the last 10 years, since 2012, the market has been going up and up and up and up. Yes, it slows down a little bit, okay? It slows down a little bit, but the market continued to go up. Is it gonna continue? Whatever I've read from the gurus that I read, from economists, from the National Association of Realtors, the interest rate is gonna stay the same way, very low. So that's gonna pump up the business. Pricing is offer, and demand. If you study economy, the supply and demand is what driving the price up. They call it family formation. There's people getting together, they're getting married, they're having kids, right? At a faster pace than the builders are building homes. So 20 people get married, they find 10 new households, and the builders are only building one house, right? And there's 10 people that wanna get a home. So some of the people become homeless, some of the people move with their parents, and some of the people end up buying a house. And so until they build 10 houses for those 10 families, we're still gonna have a demand for money. Yes, I understand that if the interest rate goes to 5, 6, 7, 8%, whoop, people are not gonna qualify. So therefore, there are gonna be more people moving in with Marco's at Marco's house. All the kids are gonna stay in your house. That's your curse, Marcos.
That's okay, bro. I'm just gonna charge them rent.
All righty, good. Then on Tuesday, you send thank you cards and you call sphere of influence. You got to create your list of sphere of influence, or you just grab your telephone and you do what I told you to do in April. Use the alphabet prospecting method. On day number 1, you call everybody that has a last name A as an apple, right? You call me, my last name is Aviles. On the second day of your prospecting, you call everybody that has a last name B. On day 3 of your prospecting, everybody C. On day 4, everybody D. And that way, at the end of the month, there's only 26 letters in the English alphabet, so you'll be through with the entire alphabet. What's gonna happen in June or July? You start again with A and B and C and D, your friends, your sphere of influence, right? Now, you could also do in-person door knocking. Right now, not. But I'm pretty sure that after the governor lets you out on June the 15th, you people will be door knocking. A lot of real estate agents are gonna do it, so you better get on it as well, okay? Are people gonna tell you no? You bet people are gonna tell you no. But the statistics are saying that 1 in 5, 1 people that owns a home in 5 people that own a home are gonna be moving and selling. So that's a lot of people. So we need to get in front of those people, right? On Wednesday, right, you're going to be thank you notes to the previous people that you contacted. So if you contacted Jessica, I'm going to send a little note and say, Jessica, thank you for your time on the phone. I appreciate if you can keep these business cards and you put 2, 3 business cards, give them to your friends, your family. I love you, love you, love you. By Caesar. Right? So whatever way you want to put on the little note, 1 sentence, 2 sentences, but send a thank you note. It makes a big deal. People are not sending thank you notes. You're going to be one of those realtors that send thank you notes. And believe me, when they call you with a name, you send them another thank you note. Maybe a Starbucks card, or you text them a coffee. Or if you, once they close the deal, when they take a listing, send them some flowers, spend 10 bucks, 20, 30, okay, $39.99, right? That's the cheapest shipment of flowers to somebody, 1-800-FLOWERS or whatever. 39, a little thank you for giving me Marcos to be my buyer, right? And then when you close escrow with Marcos, send them $100 dinner certificate. Hello, you're making 10,000 bucks. $100 is nothing. And believe me, those people are gonna be looking in their book. Hey, every time I give Caesar a name, I get flowers, I get a Starbucks coffee, and if they close escrow, I get a nice dinner at a restaurant. Hello, or you can give them, you know, Amazon cars, 10 bucks, 20 bucks, 30 bucks. Now it's very easy to do that on an email. You can send gift cards, right? So right on Thursday, thank you notes from the people that you talk on the previous day. You call the expired listing, you call your sphere of influence, and you contacts in person, of course, door knocking, right? Joe Sold, open houses, people that are gonna be creating. I know the business is gonna open up. For those of you that got in it and don't know, door knocking, it is a very profitable business. Yes, it gets hot. Yes, I'm a girl. I don't want to be door knocking and a stranger. Get a partner and you can door knock on one side of the street, the other person on the other side of the street. I know that partnerships, when I was an agent, I had a female agent and a male agent. And also I had one that spoke Chinese and I spoke Spanish. So it was a very good team, and we will go every single Tuesday and every single Friday, we will go door knocking. We made an appointment to do that. At a later time in my career, of course, I was a solo agent, and Friday, just like right now, Friday training every single Friday. My discipline is that way, that I would get every Friday between 9 a.m. and 12 noon, I will be door knocking. I will start on Atlantic, on Fremont, and I'll start door knocking from the freeway to Valley Boulevard, freeway to Valley Boulevard. Then I move my car one more block, move my car one block until I got to New Avenue. And then I will start all over again, almost 1,000 homes. And believe me, I got a lot of business very close to my office. You also have to pick an area very close to your home or very close to your office, so you do farming, meaning you know what's going on in that neighborhood. Every single house that goes up for sale, you take a look at it, you preview the house, you talk to the neighbors, you knock on the door and say, hi, the neighbors are selling. Who do you know that wants to buy it? Even if it's not your listing, even if it's a C21 listing, you can do door knocking around those people, and they might have a buyer. You will be so surprised how many people is curious. You can even door knock and say, would you like to take a look at that house? And they say, yeah, we want to be, always wanted to see what was the interior. Let me call, set up an appointment. Hopefully we're not going to be needing those PED form anymore. And then you're going to be showing that property, right? So this is something that you're going to be doing, right? Weeks between week number 1 and week number 4, and repeat it back again on Monday, the same thing, right? This is exactly Friday. You send thank you notes. On Saturday, you do thank you notes. Sundays are reserved for the family, church, open houses, whatever you want to do. And of course, you can change this to yourself. You can change it and say, oh, I don't go to church on Sunday. I go to church on Saturday. Okay, I go to church on Wednesday. I don't believe on anybody. I never go to church. I don't have a family. I will never do open houses. I'm going to go by myself on a hike. Okay, then put a day that you're going to go on a hike, okay? And if you want to hike, oh, I am a spur of the moment type of person, it is very hard to succeed in real estate. Very hard to succeed if you own a restaurant, if you are a spur of the moment. Oh, today I don't feel like cooking. I'm closing my restaurant today. What do you think the people that were thinking about going Friday to have lunch at your restaurant? Whoops, they're closed. They're not coming back to your restaurant. You lose 25% of your customer base just by you deciding, whoops, I'm going to the beach. I'm a spur of the moment person. Yeah, Cesar, but you don't understand. I got into this business to do my own boss and work whenever I want to. Yes, but every time you do that, it's like starting back at day number 1. Every time you take a week off from real estate, you go back to start is week number 1, because you have no listings, you have no sales, you have nothing, you have nobody to follow up to, you don't have nobody to send thank you cards from the day before. Got it? You didn't call anybody the day before, so you cannot send thank you notes or asking for referrals, right? And if you ask for referrals and your customers call you on the day that you decided that you're off, too bad. This business is like a business owners. Most business owners work half the day, from 7 to 7, from 11 to 11, every single day of your life between now and, I do not know when. I heard once in a seminar that says, if you work like a dog for the next 5 years, you will enjoy that the year number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 are going to be wonderful for you. But you have to put money in the bank to be able to take money out of the bank. If you don't work now, you will not be able to reap the fruits later. Same as a farmer. If they don't plant right now, they will never collect the apples in the fall. Never. Oh my goodness, I forgot to put the seed on the dirt, but I want apples. Well, there's no apple, there's no trees, right? So you have to be sowing to collect your fruit at the end. Even the people that think that they're going to become rich by inventing a game on the internet, you need to do the programming. You need to spend hours and hours gaming and gaming and gaming to win the money. You have to buy a lot of lottery tickets. By buying one lottery ticket, you do not win. I tried it. I bought lottery one time and I did not win. All right. So it's the law of the averages. Now, this one will tell you scripts, what to say, how to say it. And this one is how you keep your track of it. How many sphere of influence I did on Monday, and you count them and you put them on Monday, on Tuesday. You can print this for every week, right? And then you tally your results. I did not, for sale by owners, put 0. I did not find any for sale by owners. Expired listing, 0. Just listed, that's when a property came out for list and you call around that just listed. If I did open houses, how many open houses I did, or how many contacts I got out of the open house? Well, there were 3 people that came to the open house. Right now, and I believe that from today forward, open houses are gonna be very good, very profitable, because buyers are gonna go directly to the listing agent now, or directly to the house. If you are not the listing agent and you are going to be hosting an open house for somebody else, every buyer that comes in, you can say, wait a moment, the seller of this house cannot let you in unless you put your name and your number. We need to have tracking. And the people already got used to, because of COVID, people are signing in on buildings, they got to register. So now, more than ever, do not let anybody into an open house that does not want to sign their name, their number, and their phone number. Why? The seller, for safety purposes, has requested that I take the name, the number, and a phone, you know, or the name and an email, in case that we need to contact you back for some reason, in case you catch the worst virus, COVID-20, COVID-21, who knows? Whatever excuse you want to put on it. And you say, well, I don't want to give you my name. I don't want, and you say, then you cannot come into this house, period. Well, I want to buy it. Good. What's your name? What's your number? And where is your money? Show me your money. Then you can buy it. Oh, you're being, I'm sorry, the seller does not allow me to let anybody into their house to check their kitchen and their bathroom unless I know the name. If they give you a false name, that's okay. If they give you a false number, that's okay. But at least you register somebody, okay? So this one's for you to keep your daily activities. You do need to know how many pounds of flour and how many pounds of sugar you need in order to run a donut shop. So you do need to know how many people you talk to find out your transactions. If you don't do that, you will not succeed in this business. I know I sound horrible, but you say, oh, I made a sale. Oh, I got a listing once. Yes, once. You need to do it constant. So that way, that $17,000 per deal, that's $10,000 per deal. It happens every month. It happens every week. It happens every whatever. So technically, it takes, according to Mike Ferry, which is the trainer of the superstars, he has thousands of agents reporting their numbers, very similar to this one. Of course, they put in on an Excel sheet, and now they have a program called production something, and they do it online, and then the computer adds them up, and it says, okay, this month you talk to 50 expire listing, you talk to 200 sphere of influence, and you close 5 transactions. All righty. So, and buyer's appointments is not giving me no business. Wow. How many did I buy? I show and I show and I show, and I didn't do no transaction. I did 1 from buyers and I do 3 from listing. Where should you be investing your time? On listings. The same thing is the guy that does the donuts. If he's doing chocolate donuts and the chocolate donuts sell right away and the vanilla donuts doesn't sell, I bet you that he's going to continue doing more chocolate donuts than vanilla donuts, right? So that's why you need to keep track of your business, right? So this one, you need to begin with the end in mind. What do I want to accomplish, right? Of course, here is, you know, I want to retire in 3 years. Very difficult, right? You're not going to make that kind of money to retire. You're not 60, you know, 69. Very difficult that in 3 years, you're going to make the $5 million that anybody needs to retire, okay? It's probably a good figure. You can say, by the time I retire, I better have $5 million in net worth. $5 million on a net worth is the minimum that most financial planners are hoping to do. So you better save up money. You put your money on mutuals. You buy insurance. You buy annuities. Whatever you're gonna be doing, right? You buy real estate. You sell real estate. You flip a couple of houses, and at the end of your life, you better be at $3 to $5 million. Okay, earnings. Of course, this one is an old one. It says between 35,000 and 75,000 a year. You know, Mike Ferry will say that's chicken shit. Between 35,000 and 75,000 per month. That should be the goal, right? If I make 35,000 a month, you know, I'm making close to $400,000 a year, right? So repeat and referral business. Yes, we are looking for friends, family, to create that sphere of influence that is going to give us more business. Repeat and referral business. People are going to call you and say, hey, Cesar, we want to sell our house. Terrific. I'll list it with you without even you calling. That happened on year 6 and 7 and 8, once you've been doing it for a long time. You need to start with at least 100 names, addresses, phone numbers, email addresses. Of course, you need to have that, right? Because you're going to be putting into e-marketing. You're going to send them reports. You're going to call them and bug them. You're going to bug the hell out of these people. They are your friends today. They buy or they die, you know, just like that movie, you know, Wall Street. They buy or they die. So you got to do that. We are in the selling business. You need to behave like a salesperson. Otherwise, you will not succeed in this business. That's what the license says, salesperson. It does not say relationship maker. It doesn't say that. Your license from the Department of Real Estate says salesperson. If you're a broker, then don't do it. You're broke. No, I'm just kidding. All righty. Your friends, relatives, acquaintances, past clients, you gotta be building your list to 350, to 400, to 500. Usually 10% of your list is the number of transactions that you are gonna be closing if you contact them on a regular basis, right? So if you build 350 people and you're calling them on a regular basis, you will close 35 transactions in a year. If you have 700, you will close 70. If you have a list and you really call them and mail them and send them thank you cards and send them postcards and keep them in touch with your business and send them emails and text them. Doesn't say if I have 1,000 names, I'm going to get 100 transactions or 10 transactions. If you never call them, you're going to have 0. So you do have to call them, right? Consistent, that's the proper word, consistent and regular basis, right? 5 to 10 contacts, 3 days a week. If you have no deals, if you're a brand new licensee, I would suggest you work between 3 and 6 days and devote them to your real estate business. If you have another job, work your job, do your whatever 40 hours and then do another 20 hours in real estate so you wean out your job and become a full-time real estate professional. You will make more money in real estate. There is no limit. There is no difference between girls and boys. The women make more money in real estate sales than boys, okay? So ladies, start your engines, okay? No offense with the guys that are in the call, but the ladies can make more money because they're less of a threat. Boys, when they're doing a housing, the husband, the guy, they know better than you know, and they don't, you know, we butt heads, right? The ladies are so easy to establish a relationship, break the ice. How you doing? That blouse is beautiful. Oh my good, that purse and the shoes, they're matching. And by the way, when do you plan on selling a house? That's how the conversation should go. After you compliment a girl and you tell her that how beautiful they look, their makeup is so radiant or whatever you guys talk about it. Where did you get that blouse? Oh, I got it on sale. I got it on Marshall, or I got it at, you know, Nordstrom Rack, and it's a name brand and it used to be $500 and I got it for $5. All that conversation, ladies, will say, by the way, when do you plan on selling your house, right? Very easily. Okay, so make a list of friends, at least 100 names, call 5 to 10 per day, 3 days per week. That gotta be yours. And then here's how you're gonna be doing it, right? Real estate is a word of mouth business, right? So if you know a lot of people, you're gonna make a lot of money, right? So you gotta follow up every phone call, even if it's with, you know, your cousin. Send them a thank you note. Send, of course, they are telling you here 10 business cards. I was cheap. I said 3 to 4 business cards, right? Now, should you get a lead, right? Thank them for that lead and immediately call the lead. If they say, oh yeah, my brother's thinking about buying. Thank you very much for giving me your brother. What is his name? What is his number? I will call him after I hang up with you. And how's the dog? How's the cat? Say hi to Uncle Louis. Bye-bye. And then immediately call that lead. Immediately. Do not procrastinate. I am a procrastinator, and I'm telling you, do not procrastinate, because if you procrastinate and you wait 2 or 3 days and you call them, they say, I'm sorry, Cesar, but yesterday we signed the listing with somebody else. Excuse me, that happens, right? So look at this one. You can always make a joke out of the call and you say, hey, Mary, I know that all of your friends and relatives have probably requested my business card, right? Humor. So I was calling to see if you needed more of my cards. They're going to tell you, no, no, no. Thank you for sending those. Okay, don't throw them out. Make sure that you give them to your friends and family. All righty, right? It says here, 1 in every 50 people that we know is interested in buying or selling. So when you do come across someone who could use my services, I'm hoping that you will give them one of my cards, right? I hope that you will mention me. I hope that you're going to refer me. So change it. If you don't like some of these words, rewrite it on your own writing and then write them 10 times on a piece of paper, right? So you're going to, in order for you to memorize it, you repeat it, right? And you say, you know, Mary, about 1 in every 50 people we know is interested in buying or selling a home. So when you do come across someone who could use my services, I'm hoping you will give them one of my cards, right? So you repeat that 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, as many times as for you to remember, and it will come out of you immediately. So I'm hoping that you would give one of my cards. I'm hoping that you're gonna tell your friends and family to call me for my real estate services. That gotta be one of those things that come up automatically out of your mouth, right? Hey, I'm calling just to say hello. What's up? How you doing? I'm calling just to say hello. It's graduation time. Did Mary graduated? Did Paul graduated? Oh yeah, he's going to Harvard. Oh, he's the smarty in my office. I mean, in my home. Oh, wonderful. He's at Harvard. You know, my niece went to Harvard. I hope that they will become one day presidents of the United States. Who knows what conversation? Just by the way, are you watching, you know, Dancing with the Stars or whatever conversation happens along? You know, did they got married? They know they got divorced. Oh, really? They got divorced. So do you think they're going to sell their home? Oh, yeah, they will sell the house. They're having a nasty divorce. You better call them now. Immediately hang up and say thank you and call the divorce. And I said, oh, I'm sorry. I heard that you and Paul are not doing well. I was just calling because I'm in the real estate business. And I was wondering what you guys doing with the house. Simple as that. None of your business. And I am going to divorce him on my terms. Okay, goodbye. That's it. No problem. Call the next person. It will happen. Can I add you to my email newsletter, or I'm going to be sending you market reports? By the way, those of you that are in this call, you are all invited to June the 9th to take the Coldwell Banker class. If you haven't gotten the link, if you haven't registered, I will tell you to please register and attend the class. It's a 3-hour Coldwell Banker class. So it's not Caesar, it's somebody else. And I hope that you learn from somebody else as well. Can I add you to my marketing report list? And they're gonna say, what is a marketing report? I'm gonna be sending you monthly reports on the price of your home. Is that okay? They're gonna say, lovely, I get it. Or even if they don't say yes, you put them on anyway. And then on the next conversation, you say, hey, I put you on my marketing. Did you get, oh yeah, can you find out what homes are selling in San Marino? Of course, I'll send you a San Marino report if you want to. By the way, when do you plan on selling? How long have you lived at this house? Where do you move from? How do you happen to pick this area? Let me ask you, if you were to move, are you moving to San Marino? And when would you be moving to San Marino? So those are things that you have to memorize them. You have to. And the more that you get them into your own bones, the better agent you're gonna be. So this one is kind of like booking, making your book of business. The book of business is just names of people, where they live, what city they live in, what is their email address, and what is their phone. Yes, this form looks crappy. Well, make your own list, right? If you wanted to know the name and you're gonna put first name, last name, I don't care how you do it. You wanna put the street number, 2525, and then Main Street, and you wanna put the city, Alhambra, ALH, or if you wanna spell the whole city, I don't care how you do it. State, you don't even have to. You can put CA or you can put California. I don't care how you do it. Please do it. If you happen to have sold a home or 2 or 3 or 20 houses, you should put a list of the 20 people that you sold the houses to. If you know anybody, write down their name, where they live, what city, what state, email, and phone, and put them on an automatic, right? Artificial intelligence is on automatic. You get the Coldwell Banker, you pay 6% franchise fee, get a little bit of your money back by using some of their tools. They're giving them to you in exchange for that 6%. They're advertising Coldwell Banker. They're putting a website with the name Coldwell Banker. So use it, right? Of course, this is a paper way to do it, but you can do an automatic, right? You can have a top producer. You can have it on a Microsoft. You can have it on Google Sheets. I don't care how you do it. This is just the basic idea on how to run your business. I am pretty sure that the people at the donut shop, they have meetings, they have trainings, and they tell them how to do the donuts, but they experience on their own. And they're gonna say, oh, maybe I can do a square donut. I don't know, I've only seen round ones, but it's up to them, right? I wanna do cookies. Well, sell donuts and sell cookies. Oh, I wanna make them out of chocolate. Good, put some, white powder sugar on top of them. Maybe they look better. You have to, it's your business. We only teach you the basic. You need to grow your business on your own. That's what it means that you are a self-employed. That's what it means that you're a contractor, independent contractor. But we will give you some of the basics. You move on, right? The blocking, you got to be growing up and up and up and up and up. So make a copy of these forms. I will have them for you, right? This one says make conversations, right? So, hello, Mary, I am Caesar. I'm representing Coldwell Banker George Realty. Maybe you've heard of us. If yes, they're gonna say, great. You recall we're located, if you know, we're located on Huntington and Baldwin. You've probably driven by our property, right? By the shopping mall. They said, we're located at 1611 Garfield, right? So you can do that. You can talk, learn how to repeat these things. I was wondering if you can help me. If you call somebody, people want to help you. You say, Marcos, I was calling. I was wondering if you can help me for just a second. Most people are going to say, yeah, how? Right? And so you say, hey, I'm looking for listings. Listings right now are the inventory is very low. And I am calling to see if you know someone that have said something to you about selling their home. Who do you know that might be thinking, we're looking for the next nice house that comes up on the market? So you get them curiously, see? Right now, interest rates are lower than they've been in the last 50 years. Buyers' demand in the area is greater than ever. See, by the way, this is very old and it's still talking about the same thing. Real estate doesn't change, okay? Because of extremely low interest rate, many people are beginning to command premium prices for their home. Yeah, houses are going up. We're currently working with a number of qualified buyers, right? I used to say, hey, we got people coming from China that want to buy houses when the China was throwing money at the United States, right? They're interested in moving to California. They love an area. They would love to live in this area. Quite frankly, we do not have enough homes. We have a low inventory to show them. The reason I'm calling is to see who you might know that would be interested in selling their home right now. Well, nobody, right? So you have to be asking those questions. I am asking for listings. Who do you know that wants to sell? You gotta be asking, not them. They might be happy. I said, you know, a friend, a family, a co-worker talking about real estate. By the way, 90% of the people in California talk real estate every day. Okay, so here are dialogues that you need to practice. Oh, Caesar, I don't speak English well. Hello, Caesar doesn't speak English well. I'm an immigrant. English is not my native tongue. I speak Spanish as my native tongue. And I learned to, between you and I'm gonna tell you a secret, right? When I start practicing real estate script, my English got better. So for some of you that are a little afraid that your English may not be good, practice scripts. Read and reread and read and reread this. Write it so it goes into your brain and then read it. Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I am Caesar. I am representing Coldwell Banker George Realty. Maybe you have heard of our company, right? If they say, oh yeah, we heard of your company, you say, great. We are here on Norwood and Garfield. If they say, oh no, I don't even know who you are, and you say, that's okay. We are here on Garfield, just so they know where you are. So Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I was wondering if you can help me with just a second, right? Thank you. Mr. Smith, We've developed a number of buyers. We have a buyer list interested in owning a home in this area. I was wondering, who do you know that might be interested in selling? Oh yeah, the lady across the street, right? So immediately call the lead, send a thank you note, stay in constant touch with the person who gave you the lead and keep them advised as to the progress. As I told you, you will send them a thank you note. Once you take the listing, you will send them a little, Starbucks card. And when you close that deal, you send them a dinner ticket, or you send them $100 in Amazon, or $50 in Amazon, whatever, or $500 in a red envelope, depending on how much money you make. I don't care what you do with your money. Don't give me questions. Oh, Cesar, it's illegal to give money. I don't care if it's legal or not legal. You got to figure it out on your way. How do you do your business? Of course, stay out of trouble. It's illegal to drive over 55. I do it all the time. I don't know about you. I'm not encouraging you for you to break the law, but I'm, live life openly. Do I need to wear my mask when I'm inside my office? No, I'm inside my office just by myself. Do I need to wear my mask when I'm driving in my car, just me, one person? I find it stupid to wear your mask if you're the only one in your own car, nobody there. You can open the windows, you can air the air conditioning. I mean, common sense is what you need to do, right? There we go. There's about 60 pages in this, and I've spoken for about an hour, right? So this is a target marketing, and you go and do, interest rates are low, prices of home are high. That is the history of real estate, right? Or interest rates are 17%. Would you sell your home and carry the financing and make a lot of money by having a note for 10%, 20%? The banks are only giving you 2% interest. How about if you wanted to charge 8% interest? I don't know. Conversation, right? So this is dialogues, scripts. I also have Mike Ferry scripts, right? I have learned some of the Mike Ferry scripts. Some people will read this ones and say, I don't like Mike Ferry. I don't care who you like, who you don't like. It's like, I don't like Wolfman Puck. Well, he is the chef of the stars. He don't care if you don't like him, but every time that there is the Oscars, he feeds 2,000 movie stars and he charges a lot of money. Well, maybe you gotta read, if you're cooking, a book about Wolfman Puck. I mean, he has restaurants all over Las Vegas, right? So the big cooks, chefs all over the world, you better go to their restaurant if you wanted to be a cook, right? So this is, you wanted to listen to Tom Ferry, you want to listen to Mike Ferry, right? Don't overspend money, right? If you have a question about one of those trainers, call me. I know their name, and some of them I'm gonna tell you, go for it. And some other ones I'm gonna say, those people are just trying to sell you crap, all righty? For sale by owners, of course, you're gonna do several appointments for sale by owners, right? On this one, he talks about first appointment, second appointment. Sometimes you're gonna go just visit. Don't even make an appointment. Knock on the door and say, hi, my name is Cesar. I'm with Coldwell Banker George Realty. We're located on Norwood and Garfield. Your house is up the street. I was going to lunch and I saw your for sale by owner sign. I was wondering, when do you plan on interviewing the right agent to sell your home? Oh, we're gonna sell by owner. All righty, no problem. What are you trying to accomplish? Well, I'm gonna save the commission. Oh, good. So if I can show you how to sell your property and make my commission, would you let me talk to you? How long have you owned this house? How much do you own the house? When you sell this house, where are you moving to? Would you like me to help you find a real estate agent in that area? And they're gonna say, oh, really? An agent over there? Yeah, an agent. A buyer's agent that may not be charging you, he's getting the money from the seller. Would you like me to get that? Oh yeah, well, look at this one. You're gonna be using an agent to buy a house. Shouldn't you use an agent to sell your house? All that conversation, right? You're gonna make a second appointment and you go back and say, hey, I noticed that you haven't sold a house. If you would have listed with me, I would have gotten multiple offers in today's market. Right, there are not that many for sale by owners in a hot market. Okay, I gave it to you, but I'm training you to be a real estate agent of all kinds. For sale by owner, floor time, expired listings, calling just listed, calling just sold, cold calling, right? There we go, for sale by owner. Every time. You might not. These are when they give you objections or resistance. I'm not interested in selling my home through a real estate company. And you can answer, I understand that, Mr. Smith, Mr. For Sale by Owner. After all, if you want a real estate agent, you could have called one. There are a whole bunch of them on the internet, but that's not the purpose of my visit. That's not the purpose of my call, right? Well, if you decide to list, we have a friend or relative in the business. Great. If your friend or your relative, a full-time real estate agent, I would ask that question. And they say, no. I say, well, no wonder why you haven't called them. I'm saying, you think that they'll be upset that they are real estate agents, they're relatives of yours, they're friends of yours, and you haven't hired them? Yeah. What kind of friends and what kind of relatives are they? They're probably not happy with you. Well, they told me they were going to help me. Oh, okay. They probably do not know real estate the way I know real estate. I know how to FERPTA. I know how to, fair housing law. I know about NHD. I know about fire hardening. Oh, what are you talking about? Oh, when you're the seller, the state of California make you do disclosures about somebody dying on the property, somebody being close to a industrial area. Do you know how to do that? No, I don't know. Well, let me call you, my friend from Natural Hazard Disclosure. For $74, for $90, we'll get a report. They do not know those people, guys. They do not know title people. They do not know escrow people. They do not know lenders. So you got to be the resource for that, okay? Continuing, more dialogues about for sale by owners, right? And you got to be reading these things over and over and over. That's why I'm going to send them to you. Mr. Smith, I wish I can promise you that I had someone to buy your home, but I don't have. Although I am working with a number of buyers, my office, my agents, my co-workers are working with 3 to 5 buyers each. I wouldn't know if any of them will be interested in your home until I see it. Does it make sense? Oh yeah, it makes sense. When can I come over to take a look at it? And then you go face to face and ask more questions. When you sell this house, are you going to sell the furniture? Or are you going to take it with you? This is just in talking. Talk. Are you going to be renting a U-Haul? Hey, I heard that U-Hauls are very expensive. Everybody's leaving California, so U-Hauls are expensive. Are you calling a moving company? I have a number of a moving company. As a matter of fact, as soon as I get to my office, I'm going to give you a 10% discount from PODS, P-O-D-S. Did anybody know what that is? Those are those little boxes for storages. Everybody that works for Coldwell Banker can get a copy of those 10% discounts. And next time you go to the for sale by owner, you give it to them. I don't care. If I were you, I would print a whole bunch of them. And when I go door knocking, I will give them to every house with my name and my number. Who cares? Maybe they just want to rent a pod and never sell. So what? Next time they would decide to sell, they maybe call you, right? Hey, you're the million agent that have called me about my house. It says, that doesn't surprise me, Mr. Smith. Based on what I know about your home, I would imagine every agent in town will want to represent you. But that's not the purpose of my call. The purpose of my call is to see if my buyers will want your house. When can I come over? I mean, there's so many openers in this book that it is important, right? So you are going to go take a look at the property. You might bring a little gift, as a token of appreciation. You can have a calendar, you can have anything of little value. Everything that you give somebody something, they feel obligated to give you something in return, right? So when you go there, you have, I don't know, a gift certificate for a termite inspection. Find a termite company that would do free termite inspections, okay? You might print them and give it to them. I used to do that. I had a relationship with Castle and Home Termite, and every time I went to a house, it will say $50 discount. And I would tell my friend, right at the termite company, when you give your estimate, make sure that you raise it by $50. So that way you don't have to lose the $50. That's okay. The house is going to be $750 to do your repairs. There we go. It was $700, and the $50, it's included. But Caesar gave a certificate. So it's at $750 minus Caesar discount $50. I'm only charging you $700. Think about things that it will improve your real estate business, okay? You got to be the resource of houses. If they're looking for a gardener, you know one. If they're looking for a painter, you know one. If they're looking for anybody else, and Caesar, where do I find them? Well, you are lucky. I have created a list of all of these people, and you got to go to www.cbgeorgerealty.com. And if you go there and you sign up as an agent and you click on it, then you'll be having a list of everybody. I even have people that take pictures with a drone, photographers, people that do measure the house and do floor plans. I don't know. You ask the seller, hey, why are you selling? Where are you moving to? How soon do you have to be there? How long have you owned this house? How much do you owe on the loan? How do you determine the asking price? Have you had it appraised? All of these questions. No, we never had it appraised. Well, I have the name of an appraiser. He can tell you how much your house is worth. And usually appraisers are very conservators, and they're going to give them a low price, okay? And then you say, wow, the appraisal gave you $750. I think we can list the house for $850, and you might be able to get it if you list with me. And then you're making $100,000 more than what the appraisal told you. And I'm only going to charge you, you know, $40,000. So you're going to make $60,000 more if you sell with me and you pay me my full commission. Ah, what about that, Mr. Seller? I am here to protect your equity and make you more money. That's my job. My commission, I earn my commission. Really? Right? So that's how you do. Okay. For sale by owner, second appointment, they tell you what to say, how to say it, an overview of your presentation. I like to take about 20 minutes of your time, show you my marketing plan point by point, you know, and you tell them about your points of selling the house, right? I'm gonna make sure that your house is clean. I'm gonna make sure that it has a flyer. I'm gonna be doing all this. All of this is important, right? I'm gonna add a 2.5% of the price, right? If you're requesting 3 appraised given property. So they are going to be calling other agents. It's a granted. Once they decide to sell, they will do it. So you better be the one taking the listing, right? So learn prices, go visit homes. A few weeks ago, I was telling the people, yes, you can go to the MLS and see every house without driving. They have photos and you go next, 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 next. And you say Alhambra, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, $750,000. Great condominium. I'm gonna keep it in mind. So when you see the next one, oh, $900,000. So you say in Alhambra, the houses are going between 750 and 900, depending on the condition. And then you look at the houses. And then if you see sold houses, then you looked at it. Wow, that one sold. So you need to be a real estate student for the rest of your life. If you are a doctor, if you know somebody that is a doctor, if you have a relative that is a doctor, do you think they read? Holy cow, they better be reading about coronavirus every single day of their life, okay? How many people die? How many people got it? How many people in a hospital? How many people here, right? Those numbers, how many vaccines, how many, you know, how many PPE you gotta use, how many things you got, how many times you're gonna wash your face, your hands, you know, as a doctor, you need to know that. As a real estate agent, you need to know every single house for sale in the city of Arcadia, you know, or whatever city you work in. I want to know that 3,000 square feet sell for $1 million, right? So 6,000 square feet should sell for double, maybe not. Why? Because they go to Temple City schools, right? They go to Arcadia school. Which one is better? I don't know. Maybe the better school districts, they sell better marijuana and better drugs too. So it's not the school, it's the kids. There are kids going to El Monte schools and they get to go to Harvard. Hello, they go to South Central and they admit them into Berkeley. Come on, you can go to Crenshaw High School and then be admitted into Berkeley. That's just because it's a Southern California. I mean, it's a California schools. They got to take a certain percentage of people that go to Crenshaw High School, South Central, right? It's the parents, not the school. It's the parents, not the government. It's the parents. That's my thinking, right? So here it is. Ask for the business. After you present your offer, after you tell them what you're going to be doing, your marketing plan, asking, right? I think we established a very sound number in the listing price, and that coupled with my marketing material, my marketing plan, should bring you the money that you want in fairly short time. With your permission, I can get started selling your home immediately. All I need simply, I need your authorization right here. Would you please sign the contract? Would you please sign so I can go and finish up all the disclosures that I've taken? In the state of California, we need to protect you. I need a FERPTA. I need a statewide buyers and sellers advisory. I need to have the fair housing sign. I need to do a transfer disclosure statement. I need to do a seller's affidavit. A seller's property questionnaire. You need to know all those forms almost in the palm of your hand, right? Or have a list, have a cheat sheet, right? Create a cheat sheet. Nobody's gonna do it for you. We tried the best. Right click and print whatever comes up on zip form, right? That's all you need to do. Prepare a fake one and study and look at the names of every form, and you say, oh, when I take a listing residential, I'm gonna take a residential listing agreement. Yes. When I take a listing, I need to do an agency. Yes. When I take a listing, I need to give them the fair housing. Yes. When I take a listing, I need to do a FERPTA. Yes. When I take a listing, I have to do the Coldwell Banker advisory. Yes. When I take a listing, I need to give them a seller's advisory. Yes. So you need to know all of that and be very confident that you can do it. All right. So this one is just a commission formula, right? That you can do. Of course, they're doing 50,000. You can do 500. Okay. So add another zero, right? They owe $430,000. So this is a 94%. Then you're going to minus, that way your commission is involved. Got it? That's what they're trying to do. 100% minus your commission, right? And they're looking at 6%. That's because we used to charge 6%. You can do it with 5. So you're going to do 95% here, 0.95, right? That way you're going to be listing the house with the commission included right there, okay? And then we're going to sell your property between 99 and 5 and 105. Yes, we're going to sell your house from 900,000 to 1 million, right? So we're going to list your house probably for 1,400,000. Add the numbers, add the couple of zeros in here for this purpose. This is an old training. So it has, and by the way, this training is not, it wasn't for California. This training was the guy that gave this training to me about 10 years ago was from like Kansas, you know, so the houses over there are cheaper. They're not like California crazy prices, okay? Expired listing, it will go through the same thing about expired listing and why they should list with you, right? The expired listing, prospecting. Hey, I was just updating my list of homes to show, and when I came across your home, I noticed that it was expired. My goodness, it was off the market. Is that true? Oh, yeah, we no longer with the contract. Based on my information about your home, I can understand why your home hasn't sold. What do you think it didn't sell? Well, the other agent didn't sell it. Good. The other agent didn't put it for a good price. Yeah. So there are only two reasons why a home doesn't sell. Is the price or the marketing plan? Oh, well, the marketing plan. Well, let me show you my marketing plan. And you set up an appointment and try to show your marketing plan. And Cesar, what is your marketing plan? Well, you need to develop your marketing plan just as the guy that sells donuts have to find out if he's going to sell donuts with white powder, with sugar, with coconut, pink, with strawberry. That the owner of the store design the donuts. So you need to design your marketing plan. Yes, there are some assets. There's some information that you need to go and dig at the Coldwell Banker site. There is a My CB desk. You need to go to brand services and copy. There is a listing presentation. Do you need to use the whole 70 pages? No, you pick and choose and you show what you want to show. If it says there that you're going to advertise in the Wall Street Journal, don't do that. Don't use that page because it's going to cost you $250 for just the name of the street, right? So when you are copying from the Coldwell Banker, some of them are very expensive homes that these people are selling, and they're going to say, oh, I'm going to put you in the Forbes magazine. Well, don't do that. It's very expensive, right? Because they're using the high market. I'm going to put you in the La Opinión in Spanish newspaper. Well, that's up to you, right? If you are in an area where there is a lot of La Opinión readers, you have to do that. I'm going to put it in the Chinese newspaper. World Journal. I'm gonna put it in the LA Times. That's part of my marketing. I'm gonna do an open house every month, one every other week. I am going to find, I'm gonna send postcards, just listed, just sold. I'm gonna send thousands of electronic mail about all my sphere of influence. I have over 500 people that are buyers and sellers that I've done business in the past. I'm gonna sell them your house, right? Marketing the listing, right? What you call getting ready to get ready, getting ready. This is what happened to a lot of people, right? We don't get ready, you know. This is very true. When one house sells in a neighborhood, usually 2 or 3 will sell right away. So if I were you and I were looking for listings, I would look for just sold properties. I would run from January to now, okay? I go to the MLS and look for every single sold property in close escrow if you want to, sold property in Alhambra, right? And you write the address. And when you're able to go door knocking, okay, you go and door knock and you tell people, hi, my name is Cesar. I'm with Coldwell Banker George Realty. Just want to let you know that in January, the house across the street or the house on 2929 Main Street is sold for $700,000. I was wondering, I know that when somebody sells, usually 2 or 3 people in the same neighborhood decide to sell. I was wondering, when do you plan on selling your property? Oh, we're never going to sell. Great. How long have you lived here in Alhambra? Oh, 20 years. Great. If you ever were to sell out of Alhambra, where would you like to move to? Oh, I like to move to Huntington Beach. Huntington Beach, beautiful, by the beach, ba, 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 ba. When would that be? Oh, well, never. Great. Go to the next house. It doesn't matter. You didn't sell it. You're not selling, you sold it. You're just telling them that a house sold in their neighborhood for $750, right? So they want to say, oh, my house is at least better than that one. Sure. If they tell you they want to sell, then you do a market analysis, okay? This doesn't have to be yours, doesn't have to have a sold sign on it. You can call today, 6 months later, and go tell somebody that in February, a house sold across the street. And there are more people that want to buy in the neighborhood, and that you know for a fact that 2 to 3 people decide to sell in the same neighborhood. When do you plan on selling, Mr. Homeowner? We're not going to sell ever. When I want to talk to a real estate agent, great. That's another no. Remember, it takes 250 no's to get to one closed transaction. Okay? Just listed the same way. You're going to have a flyer for the just listed. You're going to go door to door to door to door to door. Open houses. You're going to do, 25, 50 homes around it. I would do more than that. Frank Quintanilla, one of the top 5 agents in the company, right? He does almost 200, right? Around the listing. He does a big open house on every listing that he takes, right? He notified a week before, I'm going to have an open house between this time and that time, right? Of course, this guy is very, very crazy. He says, I'm going to have an open house from 1:37 to 4:14. So it's not 1 to 5, right? No, 1 to 4. So it's specific time, right? I want you to be there at 2:30. I'm going to open for neighbors at 1 o'clock, or I'm going to open for neighbors at 12. Really? Yeah, especially for neighbors between 12 and 1. And then 1 o'clock, we do the open house for the rest of the people. So as a neighbor, they're going to be right there, right? So these ones are dialogues that you need to do, right? Just sold, right? The same thing. You have to be light, humor, right? Humorously. I just want to stop to let you know that we sold the house, da, 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 da. Or I just want to let you know that the house sold and did so many people are interested in buying in your neighborhood, right? When do you plan on selling your house? When do you plan on selling your house? Oh, we don't plan to sell the house. Great. I was just asking just in case. But who do you know that wants to sell, right? So you have to be very, digging. Okay. So this is the floor time. There are questions, right? You need to find out if the people that are calling, are they ready to buy? Are they willing to make an appointment, right? Are they able? They have talked to a lender. Can they purchase a home, right? So benefits of the floor time, right? If you do, usually here at Coldwell Banker George Realty, we do one a week at the Alhambra office. If there is more, you can do two more. You can calculate how many transactions. I have told people that if you do floor time once a week at Coldwell Banker George Realty Alhambra office, you will generate one closed transaction, at least one paycheck from that activity, from floor time, okay? If you do not believe me, go ask Maria Etelvina Campos. Go ask Frank V. Go ask those people that are sitting on floor time. They got business. Go ask Rosa, you know, Reyes. They do get business from there. Sometimes they don't tell you. They say, oh, referral, but they got it from floor time. And if they close one transaction from it, and you divide the amount of money that you collect from one transaction, right? You get it. And if you get, you know, $10,000 and you divide it on 12, let's say $12,000, you make $1,000 a month, you do 4 times once a week, you make $250 and you only sit there for 3 hours. I don't know, $250, 3 hours, you divide it, that's maybe 80 bucks an hour for sitting there. Not too shabby, right? That's if you make 10,000. If you make more money, right? So here is floor time techniques, right? When they call, you say, yeah, you're calling on one of the nicest property. Remember, they call us because they like it. So if you said things like, oh yeah, that's one of the nice house, they think you already know the house, right? This one tells you put them on hold. Don't put people on hold. This is an old-fashioned way of capturing people. Some people don't like it. Some people don't appreciate it. But you can say, hi, my name is Cesar. What is your name? And my number is this one. What is your telephone number? When you give them something, get something back in return. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. They're asking $550. Would you be interested in $550? What is your budget? Oh, we don't know what is our budget. Wonderful. When can we get together with a lender? Have you talked to a lender and find out what would the payment be? Oh, well, I don't know. How much is a down payment? I don't know how much money do you have? What is your budget? Some people put 10%. Some people put 20%. Some people put 50%. Some people buy cash. So I don't know. When would you like to set up an appointment to talk with me about purchasing a home? Whether it's going to be now, immediately, or whether you're going to be buying a house this summer. When can we get together just to talk, just to give you some information, show you what will happen? Originally, we show houses, then we write up an offer. They write us a counter offer. Then they accept it. Then we open escrow. Then we go qualifications. Then we call the title company. Then we close the transaction. Then you get the keys of the house. That process, if you know the process and you explain the process to the buyers, then they will say, oh, Cesar is a good guy to do business with. But if you say, oh, let me show you this, you don't even know if they like Spanish houses or if they like, if they're ready to buy today. Just because they call today, that doesn't mean that they're ready to buy today. Some people make decisions, they're gonna buy next year and they think that looking today is gonna help them. No, if you looked at a house today, that house is not gonna be for sale next year. That house is not even gonna be for sale next week. If it is the right house at the right price, it will be gone. So then let me explain you how to do it. Well, you gotta be pre-qualified. Your money has to be in the bank. You have to be ready. Let me give you this copy of the Statewide Buyers and Sellers Advisory. So you take a look at what you should be looking into the buy. Cesar, why would I give him that form? I don't know. Give him a blank form so they can read it and you will be different than the other real estate agents that are out there. They need you as an advisor. They no more do they need you to find a house. Most buyers in today's day, they already know how to go to realtor.com. They go to Redfin, they go to Zillow. They have an app. They have more apps about houses than you do. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the truth. You know, some of the buyers in today's market use their apps more than some of the real estate agents that don't even know that the CRMLS has an app, right? They don't even know that you have an app. Anywhere in the world, you can stand up, and I mean, in Southern California, and you put search houses, and he give you houses around you that are for sale, pending or contingent, and sold. Where have you been, right? If you do not have one of those apps, you are behind on the times, guys. All righty? Some of you are very hip and keep them on your phone, right? But always close for the appointment, whether it's going to be a virtual appointment, a one-on-one Zoom call, one-on-one Teams call, one-on-one whatever Facebook room, whatever they call it these days, you know, whatever you feel comfortable. I don't know how people meet this day, or you want to say, hey, want to come into my office? We have 5 conference rooms to meet with clients. In Arcadia, we have 3. In Puente, we have 2. So you can meet with clients, or you want to meet at Starbucks, whatever you want to do, right? More floor time techniques to catch them. The techniques are to convert them from just a phone call into an appointment. Your job is to have appointments. Leads lead to appointments. Appointments lead to contracts. Contracts lead to escrows. Escrow leads to closing paycheck, right? So if you are not setting appointments to talk to people about real estate, you're wasting your time. If you go to a party and they say, what do you do for a living? And you say, I'm a real estate broker. They say, great. 99% of the time, I promise you, they are going to ask you, how is the market? So learn a very quick answer. You could always say, thank you for asking about the market. The market is healthy, more buyers than sellers. I was wondering, are you planning on buying or selling? Ask them with a question, and then that's the end of it. If they say, oh no, I just wanted to know how's the market. Great, why? Because are you planning on buying? Are you planning on selling? No, I just wanted to know. Then you said there is a lack of inventory. We are looking for more houses to sell. When do you plan on selling? No, we're not planning. Change the conversation. Do not give free advice at a party. Set up an appointment. You say, yeah, we're thinking about buying. When? This summer. Great. Why don't I get your name and your number so we can set up an appointment Monday and we can talk about it. And we talk to a lender. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. I'm not serious about it. Great. No problem. Can I call you from time to time and check on you? Yeah, no problem. So that's how you do it. Please do not give free advice. Set up an appointment and talk to the people that want to buy or sell real estate. Okay? Set an appointment. That's the job. Okay? It says here, do not play games with the caller, right? Give them the information they're seeking. If they say, how much is the house? 700. But then you ask them for a question. Is 700 your budget? No, we're looking for 500. Great. I have a couple of $500,000 homes. When can you come into my office so we can talk about real estate? Oh, really? You have houses at 500? Yes. If I don't have them with me in my office, I can find them in my multiple listing service. By the time you get into my office, 3 o'clock will be good. That's when I get off from my floor time. I'll have 2 houses for you to see. Really? Yes. So when they come in, you could always say, great, I only found one. Here's the address. Let's go see it. Or before we go see houses, I need you to ask you a lot of questions. How many bedrooms, how many baths, how many square feet, you know, you need a big kitchen, a small kitchen, do you want a pool, do you want no pool, what school district, how many kids in your family, do you have a grandma, do you need a ramp, do you need a big kitchen, a small kitchen? No, we don't cook. Do you need bathrooms? No, we go outside. Whatever questions you're going to be asking, make it at one point. I mean, people don't do your income taxes without asking you how much money do you make and what were your expenses. Bring your checkbook. You go by yourself and say, oh, I'm here to do my income taxes. How much money do you make? Oh, I don't know. No, prepare them for the appointment, right? Okay, this one's our supplemental scripts. Your personal marketing, of course, a website, social media, mobile applications. If you have videos, iPads, whatever you're going to be doing, your listing presentation, right? Remember, every listing goes to coldwellbanker.com. Every listing at coldwellbanker.com gets syndicated to the entire world. So we do have a big platform to sell property. Make sure that you discuss that with the people, right? All of this information is going to be to you. I know that I'm probably talking too much. I'm probably repeating the same thing over and over and over and over. I am going to, and I'm going to give you this book, but I wanted you to read it, print, and some of this, get some ideas from here, okay? Create your compelling points, right? This was just like, you're going to say, one of my compelling points when I was an agent was that I have a broker license, right? So one of my points is I made it a point to say, well, we're talking to Val from ABC Realty. Great. Is Val a real estate salesperson or is he a broker? And the people say, well, oh, well, I am a real estate broker. I'm a broker associate. I used to just, pull ranks, as they call it, right? I wanted to let the people doubt in their brain that an associate broker was better than a salesperson. I was just a salesperson. I worked for a company, right? I worked for George Realty. But I used to do that as a compelling point and make them doubt. Also, I went and studied real estate, and I became a certified specialist, right? And I used to tell them, I said, is Val a certified specialist or just a real estate agent? And they said, what do you mean certified? Yeah, I belong to only 5% of all the real estate agents in North America have gotten the time and the energy to finish the classes and become certified residential specialists, just like accountants and bookkeepers, right? The CPA is a certified public accountant, and a bookkeeper is just a bookkeeper. So I used to have some of those little points just to compete with kill the competition. That was my donuts are better than Yum Yum Donuts. That's how I would do my business. For the buyers, for the sellers, we look alike. So you need to be better than the other ones. They have to compelling points, just like the guy in television, right? Go for Larry H. Parker, attorney. I'll fight for you, right? That was his compelling point, that he'll fight for him, right? It says here, write your own. You got to do your own. Create your own. Establish value. Why is the reason they're going to hire you? They can hire any agents, and now they can hire agents for 1%. They can hire agents for, $29.95. I do not know. They're telling me that in some parts of, Orange County, my goodness, those agents are competing very much on commission. You would always have somebody that is going to charge less than you. You would always going to have somebody that is going to give them a higher price than you. You would always have somebody that is going to feel that you are full of crap and that you're not telling the truth. They're going to feel that you are too tall, too fat, too chubby, too skinny. You're dressed right, you dress wrong. People are going to make decisions on you. You show up to the appointment late. You show up to the appointment early. We don't talk to people that show up too early. You drive a Mercedes-Benz versus driving an electric car. I am all electric. I wouldn't do a business with somebody that drives a Porsche, because those Porsches, they waste so much gas. People are crazy, right? I am crazy as well. You are crazy as well. So you need to find people that are gonna be as crazy as you, and then you need to appeal to their personality type. Remember, 4 personality types. Find out what you are, do business with the people that are close to you, and adapt to the other 3 personalities, okay? You have to do that in order to win the game. All righty, so the whole thing goes through all kinds of things about real estate, contacting people that are coming to the area, very hard, newcomers to the area, right? I've noticed that you moved recently to the area. I'm happy to send you information about this area. Remember that this is for smaller towns, USA, where people know each other, right? These ones are cutting commission, right? So you need to read about cutting commission because they're going to ask you to cut commission, right? They are always going to be discount brokers out there. They're going to discount the commission. They're going to discount the services. We are a full service real estate company. We advertise, we put a sign, we follow through the whole escrow. I personally will guide you from A to Z until I deliver your check. Some other companies are going to throw you to the internet and you're going to be dealing with assistants or whatever, right? So those are the things that I want you to do about your real estate career, right? I'm going to stop right here and I'm going to go and wake you up. And see if anybody has any questions. You can unmute yourself. Anybody questions? Did everybody went to the supermarket and left the computer going? Did anybody pay attention? No, I'm just kidding. Guys, you guys are real estate agents, right? So you should learn to ask questions. Any question is a smart question. Did I lose you at Success Track, keeping your numbers? They're going to say, Cesar, I did not get into real estate to keep track of my numbers. Okay. Awakening. Real estate, it's about numbers. The sellers want to know how much they can sell their home. That is numbers. The commission is a 6%, 5%, 4%. That is a number. The money that you're going to collect in this business is a number, right? So you need to know, what are you in this business for? Oh, I just want to make one little sale here and there. That's okay. I can tell you that your time may be better spent doing a part-time little job during the season, right? Oh, it's going to be Christmas season. I need money for buying gifts. Take a job, a temporary, a seasonal job. You will make more money. They pay you by the hour. You work 4 hours. You work, 1 month. You get that money. Go spend it out somewhere else. Don't worry about paying MLS, being in this business, legal issues, having to learn forms. By the way, guys, Awakening, starting December, the real estate purchase agreement is going from 10 pages, right, to 14 pages. I am sick of my stomach because every day they're adding more things to this business. And it's not that it gets more difficult. It is just not liking it as much, right? We like to sell houses and talk to people and show houses, and we like to see beautiful carpets, but there is paperwork that goes along. So some of the companies, not the companies, some of the agents are creating teams, right? I like to sell. I'm gonna go and become partner with Clint or with Tuhan or with Kathy and say, okay, I am going to be the selling person and you're gonna be the paper person, right? And we're gonna split the money 50, 90, 10, whatever. I am gonna hire an assistant, a showing agent. There are those teams. Are they being encouraged? I don't know if they work. In my opinion, I was a loner. I never had I had an assistant. I used the company resources. I hire out. So if I want to do marketing, I would be using different companies to pay for my marketing. Marcos left, I guess, right? He was in the class, but he says, can you sell my home? That was good. Yeah, I can sell you home. I can sell any home. Price them right, and they will sell. That's the deal. Also, you need to have motivated people. If somebody says, oh, I just want to know how my house is worth, then just do a little CMA, even from Zillow, and tell them your house is worth, 50,000 higher or 50,000 around this price. Now, what do you got the information for? Okay, I was going to call my insurance agent. All right. By the way, you can start calling your friends, your family, and anybody, and you say, hi, I was just wondering if you have reviewed your insurance policy lately. There has been some fires up in Northern California, and some people were caught with a lower amount. When you bought your house, you bought it for 200. Your insurance maybe only covered 200. Now your house is worth 700, 900. Have you talked to your insurance agent lately? Caesar, thank you for giving me that market analysis. I talked to my insurance agent. Okay, make sure that when you sell a house, you call me. Or who do you know that wants to buy? I'm gonna send you a couple of business cards where you give them to friends. You have to be doing that if you wanna get business in return, okay? Any questions, Tatiana? Any question, Vay, Julia, Jessica, Val? All righty, I'm gonna believe that I'm talking to myself. Are you, I should have not come to this training. No, and I don't quit the training. I wanna listen to everything, okay? But anyway, this training is being recorded. If you wanna listen to it, everybody is gonna be getting this, right? The success, a whole book. You can print it, you can read it on your computer. Don't use the company computer. No, I'm just kidding, right? If you need a copy, come and see me. And going once. Should I finish the class? It's about 15 minutes to go to 12. Oh, okay, sure. Sure, of course, Tatiana, you're getting a copy. Everybody's getting a copy. I do not know if I'll send it today. It'll be on a PDF attached to one of the emails, okay? If the PDF is too big, I do not know, then I'll dump it somewhere, okay? But I will make sure that everybody gets a copy. If I cannot get it, if it rejects it because I'm sending too many, I'll have copies in each office. I'll send to the managers, okay, also. And you tell the manager, can you make me a copy? And they'll make you a copy, okay? All righty, hearing no more questions, I'm gonna say happy weekend. Have a wonderful Memorial Day. There will be no meeting for those in Alhambra on Monday. I think that Puente has no meeting, but I think Arcadia will have a meeting on Thursday. So have a nice weekend. See you.